subscribe already, just do it. Just subscribe already, because that'd be great. Just freaking do it. Hello, sparkly peoples of the interwebs. Welcome to my crafting coven, where we conjure the spirit of Halloween through arts and crafts. Hey, hi, hello. If you're new here, subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up because I know you're going to love it. So today's video is going to be on these mini coffins. I'm going to be making one for Ghoulia Yelps from Monster High, decorated like these back here for my Dracula dolls. My husband just keeps buying me Monster High dolls. They're so freaking cute. They're so awesome. I'm super excited about them every time I get a new one. Started collecting the newer ones here recently. Yeah. So let's jump on right into it. I'm probably not going to be speaking a whole lot on what I'm doing. I might talk about a little bit of what I'm doing, but most of it's just going to be you guys watching me. So enjoy. So the first thing I wanted to do was get a nice base of black all over the coffin shelf. Took out the shelf that I had on there. I had this paint already mixed up from the last time I made coffin shelves for my Dracula dolls. I just added more pink into this one. It was the same color, but just made it more pinky because I wanted to be able to have that pink with Ghoulia because, you know, brains, since she's a zombie. I didn't want purple like Dracula. So yes, I am multitasking here. I am just taking this large confetti glitter, like iridescent color, and just sprinkling it in there and just kind of shaking it around until I'm kind of happy with how it looks. I also added some glitter to this, but in the end you couldn't see the glitter, so this was also kind of pointless to do, but I thought it might give it some pizzazz. The thing I don't like what I did here was I messed up. I should have added in a thin layer of UV resin, then put the glitter chunks on top, the confetti glitter chunks on top, and then cured it, and then did another layer on top of that. I thought it would be better to do it underneath, like the glitter underneath, and then seal it in like that. I didn't take into account of all the movement it would do. I don't know why I didn't think about that, and that UV resin doesn't spread like a normal 1-to-1 ratio let it sit and cure resin will. It usually has a higher viscosity, or it has a low viscosity compared to UV resin. So anyway, I did a thin layer of UV resin, cured it three times with my lamp, and then did another thin layer of UV resin and it cured it again 3 times until I was happy with it. I tapped it, I touched it with a toothpick until it wasn't sticky. It didn't have any indents or anything like that. It was hard. I did end up giving bubbles at the end of it, which I was very mad. You can see there, but I was like, oh, she's gonna be sitting there. I'm not gonna be super worried about those showing. Here I'm just cleaning off my surface because I decided I was going to make some drips for the top part of the coffin. You can see where I tested on my little piece of shelf there how it was going to work. And I just used the lines from my mat underneath my silicone mat and just placed it right on top and drew them out. Just kind of obviously freehanded this, and it came out really well. I'm very shocked at how good these came out. I was pleasantly surprised and very happy with the results. And curing time, well, of course you gotta pop the bubbles, but curing time I did, I think, 2 rounds of 90 seconds on my lamp. Yep, it's cured. Had to tap it to make sure. So I tried to lift it up with tape here, thinking it would just pop right up, because sometimes they do, and this was not having it. Was not doing any sort of that, I was struggling, and as you can see here, I had to get underneath the mat and kind of roll it to lift it up at the corners carefully. Tested to see how I was liking it here and fell in love. So then I had to immediately make another set, and I didn't want the drips to be like I don't know, matching. I didn't want them to be identical, so I drew out another freehand. I kind of rough sketched how much bigger I would need another piece to go beside it, and of course repeated the same steps. Here, because I didn't add any color to them because I wanted them to be able to cure pretty quickly, I decided I was going to take this hot pink paint and paint over them, and then found out that I did not have enough pink paint that I did. So all this was for naught. I'm so mad at myself. I had to go through these steps twice, but you know, you can watch with me and bear the crafting pain that's fixing to come with all of this, because I have to redo it all with a new color because I ran out of this color. But how nice would that color have been? It was so perfect. So here, I guess I stopped filming overhead. I don't know why, because I had two cameras going at once. I'm actually adding in this Scotch glue. I think Scots or Scotch. It's made for plastic, metals, and paper. Usually I use it on paper. It's extremely quick dry. That's why I love it. I know it does hold plastics very well, so I was like, oh, I'll just use this, and at least it'll get stuck on there. And it worked so freaking well. I'm gonna have to find a picture of it so I can post it on here as well. I'll show it to you now. And this is the glue I used, and then I just weighted it down so it would stick and glue real well. After I painted it the wrong color, I added another layer of UV resin on top of these after I painted them, because I wanted it to look wet. Because if you look at Julia Yelp's skirt, it's like a hot pink with, like, they look like drips coming down off of her skirt the way it's cut, and I wanted to have that look on her coffin shelf for her. See, that came out nice. Too bad I have to paint over it later. Just freehanding some drips down the side of the coffins. And looking back at this, I really wish I would have just stuck with this size of drips, because where I ended up is not what I really like. And yeah, I mean, look how cute those are. Those were perfect little drips, and I should just stuck with that size. I wish I wouldn't have ran out of paint. So you can see here where I painted over them and had to pick a new paint color. I was trying to get a color closest to what I had. I tried to mix some paint to match it, but it didn't work. So I just ended up painting over the top of it and went with that. I'm mad about it. That's what happened. See, I had to paint over this and reseal it with UV resin. And look how big those are. I just don't like them. They look like toes. But it is what it is. I really do hope you enjoyed watching my mini coffin video on Julia Yelps. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because I know you actually did love it. And comment down below what your favorite piece of this is, or who your favorite Monster High doll is. Maybe I can work on that coffin next. I'm only got a couple more coffins left, so I have to be super choosy with which style I want to go in. It helps push my videos out if you guys talk to me on all the things. I really want to hear all the things. If you want to, please. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I know we can get there. Thank you again. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye.